Financially strapped after abandoning coverage of the Olympics, the Washington Post may close its entire sports section. Report. 2 weeks prior to the opening ceremony, management told employees that the Washington Post was abruptly canceling its planned coverage of the 2026 Winter Olympics, perhaps leading to the closure of the whole sports section. The Jeff Bezos-owned publication's decision to stop covering the Winter Games comes after journalist Dylan Byers of Puck News tweeted on Saturday that the paper was about to undergo massive layoffs. Byers claims that there is also talk that the Washington Post foreign desk will be hit hard too, and that its sports desk could be shuttered entirely. A representative for the Washington Post was not immediately available for comment. Despite months of preparation and significant funding already authorized by management, Washington Post managing editor Kimi Yoshino told over a dozen journalists on Friday that the publication will not send correspondents to the Milano Cortina Games. In an internal email obtained by the New York Times, Yoshino stated, "As we assess our priorities for 2026, we have decided not to send a contingent to the Winter Olympics. We understand that many of you will be disappointed by this decision and its timing, so please get in touch with me if you'd like to discuss further." According to persons familiar with the situation who spoke to the Times, the decision caught staff members off guard because several reporters had already paid for accommodation, airfare, and workspace. According to the Times, housing fees alone came to at least $80,000, with a great majority of Olympic-related spending already incurred. The Washington Post, which usually deploys between 10 and 20 newsroom staff to cover the Olympics, has obtained 14 credentials. A Washington Post employee informed the Times that just 2 years ago, it sent 26 journalists to the Summer Games in Paris, which was its biggest Olympic deployment ever. Rather, days before travel was scheduled to start, the paper canceled. For a newspaper that has produced some of the most prominent names in American sports journalism for decades, the potential shutdown of the Washington Post sports section would be a big move. Shirley Povich, Thomas Boswell, Tony Kornheiser, Michael Wilbon, Christine Brennan, John Feinstein, and Sally Jenkins are just a few of the well-known authors who have contributed to the newspaper over the years. The management of the Washington Post has implemented layoffs and job cuts as the sector has undergone significant transformation due to audience dispersion and the quick emergence of new technology. At least 60 journalists accepted buyouts in 2025 alone, according to the Washington Post Guild. This was a part of a larger migration that included well-known columnists and seasoned reporters from several bureaus. Long-term financial strain is the source of the disruption. The paper was already losing money when Will Lewis took over as publisher and CEO in late 2023. He officially admitted this in 2024 after revealing a $77 million loss the year before. The losses got much worse in 2024, with the Washington Post reportedly losing $100 million that year.